What if I told you that Los Angeles is facing its most dangerous wildfire season ever? Hotter, faster, and deadlier than anything we have seen before. Today we are uncovering why these fires are getting worse and what it will take to stop them before it's too late. Imagine waking up to an orange sky, ash falling like snow, and knowing you have just 5 minutes to grab your family and run. This is the reality for thousands of people right now in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, the heart of Hollywood, has been wiped off the map in countless movies. Earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, even alien invasions. But now, the unthinkable has happened. The destruction isn't just a blockbuster fantasy anymore. In reality, fire has ravaged the city of angels, leaving a trail of devastation unlike anything we have seen on film. Wildfires have always been part of California's story, but what we are seeing today is no longer normal. Fires that used to burn a few thousand acres are now consuming hundreds of thousands and destroying entire towns. Take the 2018 Camp Fire, for example. It became the deadliest wildfire in California history, wiping out an entire town and claiming 85 lives. Fast forward to 2020, the Bobcat Fire threatened millions in the greater Los Angeles area. So, what are the main causes and who are the big fishes behind these destructive wildfires? I will answer this question after a bit. Firstly, what makes this year's wildfire so extreme? It's a perfect storm of three key factors: climate change, urban expansion, and years of forest mismanagement. First, the elephant in the room: climate change. Southern California is hotter and drier than ever before. This year, LA recorded its hottest January in the history with little to no rain to balance the heat. What's left? A tinderbox waiting for a single spark. These conditions are turning grasslands, forests, and even backyards into fire fuel. Urban expansion is pushing homes deeper into the wildfire-prone areas. These new developments don't just increase the risk of ignition, they put more light directly into the fire's path. Years of forest mismanagement: by suppressing natural fires, we have allowed dead vegetation to accumulate, creating a dangerous buildup of fuel. The numbers are devastating. Over 50,000 people have been forced to evacuate their homes in LA County alone this year. Entire communities have been wiped off the map, leaving families with nothing but the clothes on their backs. And then there's the air quality. Thick, toxic smoke is blanketing LA, causing respiratory issues for millions, especially for children and the elders. Wildfires don't just impact people, they are pushing wildlife out of their habitats, with some species, like mountain lions and the California condor, now facing extinction risks. So, what's being done to fight back? While it might feel hopeless, but there are solutions, both on the ground and in the air. New technologies like drones and AI are being used to detect and track wildfires in real time. These tools are helping crews to get ahead of the flames before they spiral out of control. Controlled burns are another critical tool. By intentionally burning off excess vegetation, we can prevent larger, more destructive fires from igniting. And then there's the bigger picture: transitioning to clean energy. Cutting down greenhouse gas emissions is one of the best ways to address the root cause of climate change and reduce the conditions that make wildfire worse. But this isn't just a problem for firefighters or policymakers. You have a role to play too. This is what everyone is seeing and knows. But now let's talk about things of other side. Peter Kalmus, a climate scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, spent years studying the planet's future until he realized his own future wasn't safe. In 2022, he left his home in Altadena, Los Angeles, as the city became increasingly unlivable due to heat waves and wildfires. He wrote a powerful op in the New York Times exposing a dark truth. A handful billionaires were controlling the fate of the planet, prioritizing profit over people. Despite his efforts, volunteering with climate groups, writing articles, and speaking out on social media, he found himself up against a system designed to silence voices like his. But he refused to give up. Standing with activists, he made it clear: the planet isn't dying, it's being killed, and those responsible know exactly what they are doing. Now it's time to know that who were the billionaires whom Peter was talking about. For the past 50 years, some of the world's biggest corporations have known that their operations would cause irreversible climate change. But instead of acting, they choose to lie. These companies, including private giants like ExxonMobil, Shell, BP, Chevron, and Total Energies, as well as government-owned entities like China's State Coal Company, Saudi Aramco, Russia's Gazprom, Iran's National Oil, India's Oil India, and Mexico's Pemex, build their wealth on oil, gas, and coal, while suppressing the truth. Their own scientists warned them decades ago, yet their CEOs, lobbyists, and lawyers spread disinformation, denied climate science, and fought against renewable energy to protect their profit. Now, we are living with the consequences. Rising global temperatures, extreme weather, and environmental destruction. The question is, will we hold them accountable and push for a greener future, or let them continue controlling the fate of our planet? The LA wildfires of 2025 are a wake-up call. They are a reminder of how fragile our environment is and how urgent it is to act. We have to raise our voices against those billionaire companies who care about their profits instead of the planet they live on.